Today is Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. It is the second day of meteorological spring. I'm not going to be chasing any storms today, but I am going to be testing out some of the new equipment that I'll be using for the 2025 storm season. The first piece of equipment you've already seen before, and it's this camera. I used this camera to document the November 2nd, 2024 Oil Center, New Mexico tornado, but this camera is not particularly well suited for that type of videography. This camera will be relegated for and used more for filming interview style shots like this in the future. What's up?
So it looks like it's limiting the Starlink productivity.
What do you mean?
So it's coming through at like 1 megabit per second.
Yes, that's normal. I'm going to explain that here in just a second.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Hey, I'm here with Storm Chaser Mason Harris, who lives exactly at. You should 100% look him up. He said you can find him. Oh, I actually did show your street number. Take two. Our first mobile test. Yeah. I'm here joined by Storm Chaser Mason Harris. We're testing out our first Starlink mobile OpenWRT modem. It's gonna be our first test. There it is. Just wrapping the day testing some new equipment up in Boulder to see some reliability and stability testing with a homemade bonding router. It's going to be useful for us in the field to help maintain a more stable internet connection out in some of these rural areas that we go to. As storm chasers, we spend a lot of time in places where the internet connection is not very reliable. So what a bonding router does for us is it allows us to take multiple internet connections and combine them into a failover connection. So if one cell signal becomes too weak, it will automatically reconnect to another one. We accomplished this by using a Starlink panel, courtesy of Mason Harris. I did this using a tethered Verizon connection, a tether to a T-Mobile connection, and a tether to an AT&T connection. So all four major US cellular carriers are represented here. This connection here was made possible using a Raspberry Pi 4B model with multiple wireless dongles on it. These wireless dongles actually ended up being a source of a lot of strife. Mason and I tested out the new bonding router that I built, and it seemed to hold up pretty well in some low cell signal areas. So we drove up to Boulder, which we knew would cause the cellular signal to drop out in certain areas, and the router did a really good job of switching between different cellular carriers. So I think that's going to go a long way in helping improve the connection quality for both me and Mason's live streams this coming storm season. So I think you've got that to look forward to. I also tested out the new camera gear, new camera equipment, and it worked out great. So I'm really looking forward to being able to use this equipment out in the field. So I think today was pretty successful.